Welcome thrill seekers to a spine-chilling journey through Scotland's most infamous haunted locations. From blood-soaked battlefields to ancient castles echoing with ghostly cries, Scotland's dark history is crawling with paranormal tales. I'm Knowledge Panel, and today we're diving into 5 of the creepiest, most haunted spots in Scotland. So, grab a flashlight, maybe a wee dram of whiskey for courage, and let's get started. Scotland is a land shrouded in mist and legend where every ancient stone seems to hold a story, often with a chilling twist. Tonight we'll explore castles where the echoes of battle still linger, underground streets frozen in time, and places where the line between legend and reality gets deliciously blurry. Settle in, keep your wits about you, and prepare for some of the most spine-tingling tales Scotland has to offer. Edinburgh Castle isn't just a postcard, it's a fortress steeped in centuries of turmoil, sieges, and tragedy. No wonder it's a magnet for ghostly encounters. Phantom prisoners, a sorrowful witch, and the legendary headless drummer boy haunt these ancient halls. Legend says before Cromwell's siege, a drum echoed from the battlements, no drummer in sight. The guards found nothing and the castle soon fell. Now his headless spirit is said to appear, drumming a warning when danger looms. Shadowy figures dart through doorways, vanish in corners, and hundreds have reported these sightings. The dungeons chill visitors with unseen hands and the feeling of being watched. Is it just stories or a gateway to the other side? Edinburgh Castle demands respect for its history and maybe for its restless spirits. Here, history and haunting go hand in hand. Now, we descend beneath Edinburgh to Mary King's Close, a real 17th century street, sealed off and buried beneath the city. Once bustling with life, it became a dark, forgotten time capsule after the plague and the construction of the Royal Exchange above. Imagine your entire neighborhood turned into a basement, forever. The most famous ghost here is Annie, a little girl said to have died of plague, her spirit discovered by a visiting psychic in the 1990s. Moved by Annie's sadness over a lost doll, the psychic left a toy, sparking a tradition. Visitors now leave dolls and trinkets in Annie's room. It's a touching, eerie shrine. A pile of modern toys for a 17th century ghost. But Annie isn't alone. The Close is a hotspot for paranormal claims. Visitors report disembodied voices, footsteps in empty corridors, and even the sounds of a ghostly tavern, laughter and clinking glasses echoing through the darkness. Cold spots are common, with sudden icy chills enveloping tour groups. Some feel their hair pulled or clothes tugged by unseen hands. A few leave with unexplained scratches. Is it the power of suggestion, or something more? The guides lean into the Close's spooky reputation, offering late-night tours through its darkest corners. The atmosphere is thick, damp stone walls, flickering lanterns, and the sense of lives lived and lost just out of sight. Is it haunted or just a perfect storm of history, darkness, and storytelling? The consistency of reports, Annie's doll, the cold spots, the scratches, makes you wonder. Mary King's Close is a living legend, its stories woven into the city's modern folklore. If you visit, maybe bring a toy for Annie, but beware, this is one of Britain's scariest places for a reason. The line between past and present feels thin down here. Every echo could be a ghost, every shadow a memory. Mary King's Close, where history refuses to stay buried, ready to return to the surface? Our next stop is a valley haunted by tragedy. Let's journey to the Highlands. The Valley of Weeping awaits. Will you brave its sorrowful echoes? The past is never far in Scotland, especially in the dark. Onward to Glencoe. The ghosts of the Highlands are calling. Let's answer. We leave the city for Glencoe, the Valley of Weeping, a place of breathtaking beauty and heartbreaking history. In 1692, the MacDonald clan welcomed government soldiers into their homes, bound by Highland hospitality. But the soldiers, led by Captain Campbell, carried secret orders to massacre the MacDonalds. In the pre-dawn hours, the soldiers turned on their hosts, slaughtering men, women, and children. Some MacDonalds escaped into a raging blizzard, only to freeze to death in the mountains. The valley was forever scarred by this act of betrayal. Even today, the landscape feels heavy with sorrow. Majestic mountains looming over a place where tragedy lingers. Visitors report hearing screams on the wind, especially near the massacre's anniversary. Some see spectral figures in tartan fleeing into the hills, only to vanish. The ruins of the old village are said to radiate intense sadness. Some claim to see ghostly fires burning as if the massacre is replaying itself. Glencoe's story became a symbol of government treachery and the brutal suppression of Highland life. The betrayal, murder by guests who'd shared your table, was a wound that never healed. Today, Glencoe draws tourists and filmmakers, but for those who know its history, the beauty is forever intertwined with tragedy. The valley's silence is profound, its atmosphere haunting. Glencoe, where the past is always present and the land itself seems to mourn. If you visit, listen to the wind. You might hear echoes of that terrible night. The Valley of Weeping lives up to its name. The ghosts here are not just spirits but memories etched into the land. Next, we travel to the coast where music and mystery linger. Culzean Castle awaits with its own haunting melody. Scotland's haunted journey continues. Will you follow the piper's tune? The Highlands never forget, neither do their ghosts. Onward to the next legend, the coast calls, let's go. On the Ayrshire coast stands Culzean Castle, a fairy tale fortress perched above the sea. It's beautiful, but its most famous ghost is the Phantom Piper. Legend says the piper entered the castle's sea caves, playing his bagpipes so people above could track his progress. The music faded and he vanished. Only his terrified hairless dog emerged days later. To this day, people hear ghostly bagpipes drifting from the caves, especially before storms or Kennedy family weddings. Some say the piper's music is a warning, others a lament for lost sailors. The castle is also haunted by a woman in a ball gown gliding down the grand staircase, a servant girl in the state apartments, and a misty figure on the grounds. With so many sightings, Culzean has been featured on paranormal shows. Its dramatic seaside location only adds to the atmosphere. Imagine standing on the battlements, waves crashing below, and hearing that mournful tune. The line between legend and reality blurs here. Culzean is a place where high society and high strangeness mingle. You might come for the architecture or the Eisenhower exhibit, but you'll stay for the ghosts. The piper's eternal lament is just one of many mysteries. If you visit, maybe don't explore the caves alone. Culzean Castle, where music, history, and haunting intertwine. The past is never silent here. The ghosts are always listening. Scotland's haunted coast is unforgettable. Ready for one last tale? Our journey ends on a field where sorrow lingers. Culloden Moor awaits. The final echoes of Scotland's haunted history are calling. Will you answer? Let's go. Our final stop is Culloden Moor, near Inverness, a windswept field where, in 1746, the Jacobite dream died in blood. The battle was swift and brutal, the Highland army was crushed, and the aftermath was even worse. Government troops bayoneted the wounded, executed prisoners, and tried to erase the Highland way of life. Today, Culloden is a solemn memorial, dotted with clan headstones marking mass graves. The silence here is profound. Many visitors say all sound seems to die away as they walk the field. On the battle's anniversary, some claim to hear the clash of steel, shouts, and screams, the conflict replaying itself. The most common apparition is a tall, dark-haired Highlander wandering the field, muttering, "defeated." Many feel an overwhelming sadness or anger, especially near the clan graves. Some are so moved they burst into tears for no reason. The Well of the Dead, where wounded Highlanders crawled for water before being killed, is a focal point for ghostly sightings and intense cold. Culloden isn't about a single ghost, but the collective energy of thousands of lives cut short. It's a place of national mourning, a reminder of the human cost of war. Is it haunted by spirits or by the weight of history itself? Maybe both. If you visit, pay your respects. But don't be surprised if you feel an otherworldly presence. Culloden's sorrow lingers in the air. The field remembers. The past is never truly gone here. Scotland's ghosts are everywhere. Sometimes they're just harder to see. Our haunted journey ends here, but the echoes remain. Will you walk these fields and feel their history? The spirits of Culloden are waiting. Scotland's haunted heart beats on. Until next time, stay curious, and keep the lights on. Farewell. Scotland's haunted history is as rich as its landscapes, and these 5 locations, Edinburgh Castle, Mary King's Close, Glencoe, Culzean Castle, and Culloden Moor, are just the beginning. Each site is a portal to the past where tragic events have left echoes that linger to this day. Are you brave enough to visit these infamous spots and face Scotland's restless spirits? Let us know in the comments which haunted location you dare to explore. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more spooky adventures. Until next time, stay curious, and maybe keep the lights on.